What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angoya and I do personal finance videos. Today's video is so exciting because it is the opposite of my first ever YouTube video, and the video is about the things that I have bought over the years that have been totally worth it. If you haven't watched my first video yet, I'm gonna link it somewhere here so that you can go watch it, and you can feel free to come back to this video or watch this and then go watch that video. But these are things and experiences that I have spent money on in the last 8-9 years that, according to me, they've been totally worth it in terms of the value I got for my money, the experience and how those experiences enriched my life, and some of the things that I have bought helped me to grow mentally and even physically, just become stronger and better. And so I am going to share those items and experiences with you today. So when I was thinking about this video, I asked myself 3 questions, and if the answer to these 3 questions was yes, then I included that item or that experience in this video. And the first question was, if I were to go back, given what I know today, would I still buy the same item? The second question was, would I recommend this item to anyone? And number 3 was, if I didn't have a limit on the money that I were to spend on this item today, would I buy the same item in terms of the color, the size, the version? Like, if there was an expensive option, would I go for the expensive option? If there was a different shade, different color, different place where I could get this experience, would I change anything about it? And if the answer was yes, then I included that item in this video. So item number 1 is this MacBook Air. I bought this laptop in the summer of 2014, and it kind of has a background story to it. But my roommate had a Windows laptop and I didn't have a laptop my freshman year of college, and pretty much everybody had laptops. So I ended up spending most of my time in the computer labs, like in the winter. Anytime I needed to respond to an email, submit assignments, do my homework, I had to be in the computer lab. So I never really spent time in the dorms. But my roommate had a Windows laptop that kept failing her because of viruses and other issues. And she had told me that she bought it for about $350 at Walmart. And so that was my dream, was to get a similar laptop. So I was working and saving all my money to try and get that laptop. So after seeing all the issues she was having with her laptop, I decided to go into research and try to figure out if there was a better option out there, because I was like, surely you can't just be dealing with problems with your laptops every single day. So when I started doing research, and all I cared about was viruses, and I realized that all I needed to do to avoid dealing with that was buy an Apple product. And so I changed my goal, and this laptop was going for about $850 back then. And so I was saving $850, which was double my initial budget. And so I decided that however long it was going to take, I was going to save and buy this beautiful laptop. So in the summer of 2014, I had enough money to go buy this, and when I got to the store, they said since I was a student, they could give me $150 off for student credit. So I bought this laptop for $750 plus taxes, and it has served me since 2014 to date. And when I look at it, the life of a laptop should be about 5 to 7 years, and it's still going strong. So this is one purchase that I made with, I put in a lot of thought into it, and it has proven to be worth it over time. Item number 2 is the light blue perfume by Dolce & Gabbana. I know you can't even see the writing because I bought this perfume in 2018, and I still use the same bottle to date. The reason why I still have it is I use this perfume for very special occasions. And I bought this perfume when I was going through a very transformative time in my life, and I just felt lost or confused about life. I was just trying to figure out things, and this perfume is a reminder of that time in my life. It's a reminder that sometimes we feel lost, sometimes we feel like we don't know what we're doing, but life keeps moving and it gets better. So I use this perfume for occasions like, you know, final interviews, or if I'm going through a time where I just feel like nothing else can give me the inspiration that I need. Not that it inspires me, but the scent reminds me of that time, and I'm like, I think if I went through that time and came out okay, then, you know, I can come out okay in any other situation. And when I smell this perfume on people, I'm always just like, go you, like, you know, I don't know, it just really is a reminder of, you know, what life can be sometimes. So like this year I've used this perfume maybe twice, and sometimes like I use it maybe 3 times in a year. I remember wearing this to a final interview this year, and like when I was just stressed, I could smell it and I'm just like, it's okay, we can do this. So I know people that love perfumes and put sentimental values to perfume. I'm sure you can relate to that, but this is one purchase that I do not regret. I love that it's lasted that long. I love that you know, it kind of has a value that is more than just a perfume in my life, and it smells really, really good. It's so fresh and so clean, like it just smells amazing. Love, love, love this perfume. If you are out there looking for a perfume recommendation, I would recommend this. So I don't have the next item with me, but it is my suit from the Limited. And I remember this was my first suit and I saved up for it. It was maybe about $150 and saved up for it for a very long time. I was interviewing for internships, and I was, you know, just thinking about my future. And so I decided that I was going to buy a really nice suit and hopefully just wear it for a long time. Well, I didn't even think about that, the fact that people gain weight and then they can't wear their clothes anymore. But I ended up buying this suit, and I remember going to every interview in this suit, and I just felt really confident because I knew that it was a huge investment that I had made in myself, in my career, but I also just felt so confident and happy in it. And one of the interesting things that happened was my junior year, I was applying for jobs and interviewing, and I was interviewing at the Big Four, like the final interview. I had gone through, I think, 1 or 2 interviews in the morning, and then we did lunch, and I was going into like the last interview of the day. And one of the managers that had interviewed me just walked up to me and she said, I wanted to let you know that you have one of the best suits that I have ever seen. Where did you get that? And, you know, I told her where I got it. But the whole day I had been going through these interviews, looking at all these other candidates and looking at the schools that they came from. And I just felt like I didn't really belong there because they looked like they were so much more accomplished. And that one little comment from her just kind of made me feel like, wow, I belong here. I should focus on this and try to get this job. And so I always tell people that sometimes that little extra investment that you make is what will push you, or is what you need to really jump to the next level. I truly believe that, you know, how you look and trying to make sure that you actually go that extra mile is the razzle dazzle that you need to just push you to the next level, or it's the impression that you need to leave. Like, if everybody else is the same, if you have the same qualifications, I don't know, something as small as your outfit could actually just be the thing that leaves that positive thing in somebody's mind, and they are able to remember you and they are able to see you in a much more positive light. And for me, that suit is just one of those investments that I'll never regret. Granted, I can't even fit in that suit today. I wore it maybe a couple times, and I can't wait to give it to somebody whom I truly think deserves to have it. The next item on the list is gym memberships, yoga classes, dance classes, and generally fitness. Over the years, I have been a member of multiple gyms, but when I look at all the money that I have spent on these things, I don't regret a thing, because every time that I started a new gym, or I went to a class, or like a yoga class, or even dance classes, something about me changed. For me, one of the things that really motivates me and it just makes me so happy to think about is the impact that just like having an active lifestyle, or even just working out, like the impact it can have on somebody's life. To see somebody start going to the gym today with zero confidence in how they look, or even just on their outlook in life, and to see them a year later like fully transformed, positive outlook on life, positive outlook on who they are, a lot of confidence in what they bring to the table, like that just motivates me to really like continue working out, continue being an active person, because at the end of the day, I think it is an investment in my health, and I think that, you know, health is truly what carries you through life. So it's an investment in your future, as well as an investment in me today, because there's just that feeling that you get from working out and taking care of yourself. You feel a lot more responsible. You feel like you kind of have like a hold of your life. So I don't regret trying new things. I don't regret paying for gyms. I don't regret paying for personal trainers, because I think I have gained a lot more as a person from these experiences than I have lost. The last item on this list was books and classes. So over the years, I've bought books, I have bought classes, and there were mainly things that I felt like I wanted to learn and understand more. And there were things that I probably didn't learn in college. So as you can see, I have quite a number of books, and I have some upstairs and some I've gotten rid of over the years. But I have bought books on things that I want to learn, I want to understand. And one of the best books that I ever read was this Emotional Intelligence. I just think that emotions are things that we don't really talk about, and you don't learn from school, and people don't share about how they're feeling and what that means on a daily basis. And so I wanted to really like understand and have that emotional intelligence. I still don't, but you know, it's work in progress for a lot of people. And so one of the things that I learned from these books, which I would love to share, is that you should quit treating your feelings as good or bad. Like avoid putting your emotions into, you know, the good pile or the bad pile. What you need to understand is that whatever you're feeling in that moment, whether it's negative or positive, it's probably trying to tell you something important, something else that's happening in the background, and your emotions are the indicators of something happening. So like, you know, most times you just feel like, I feel this way and that's a bad feeling, I should get rid of it. But this book and books like this will teach you how to handle those, or how to think about those. So at the end of the day, I think that the things that we have to strive to invest in should be things that provide much more than just the immediate gratification that we get from, you know, the things that we constantly buy every day. They should be things that provide value over time. They should be experiences that make you a better person, enrich you, help you in your personal growth, or they should be things that, you know, enable you to actually achieve your goal. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, but before you go, I have a challenge for you. Go out and pick out 5 items from, you know, let's say the last 5 years, and ask yourself the 3 questions that I asked myself at the beginning of this video. And if any item from that list fits the yes, yes, and yes criteria, try to look at it and see what story they're telling you about your purchases. Don't forget to come back and share those items or share your stories in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and see you next week.